Just because food is available doesn't mean it should be eaten. The reason why obesity is the highest it's been in human history is because the food options are high and our ability to be rational with food is low. This isn't anybody's fault, it's just the natural thing for humans to grow and expand. I'm going to teach you how to be ready for these expanded food options by knowing how to control your food when you can and be relaxed with food when you want to be. In this video, I'm going to do a nutrition crash course and paint a picture of the best diet for reversing insulin resistance, and the apps I use to track food, and just practical and easy ways to eat healthy. This is the nutrition crash course that anyone with insulin resistance should know, and honestly, the information I wish I had 5 years ago when I was symptomatic. I am not a doctor, but I have a lot of respect for doctors here on YouTube who are educating on insulin resistance. I am a fitness coach and educator, so I provide solutions to insulin resistance, and I have a really in-depth understanding of it as well. Women with PCOS and diabetes have realized that medication doesn't work, and I am speaking directly to those women and men. If you are ready to change your lifestyle to reverse symptoms like fatigue, belly fat, irritable bowel, and acne, then understand that this is going to feel harder in the beginning and have a greater long-term effect. I will teach you exactly what to eat, and it's up to you to find a community and change your environment to reflect a healthy lifestyle. Leave a comment down below because I'd love to see people get connected and help each other. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more educational videos on how to live a healthy lifestyle. Let's talk about macronutrients. A balanced meal is one that has protein, carbohydrates, and fat. With insulin resistance, we want to eat fewer carbs. I will explain why. Carbohydrates are made from sugar molecules like glucose, fructose, maltose, sucrose, lactose, all the oses. And the job of carbohydrates is short-term and long-term energy storage. If you've watched my other videos, you know that metabolic syndrome is the result of fat storage. Specifically ectopic fat, which is fat that is stored in organs like the liver and pancreas. So it makes sense to limit the macronutrient that gets stored as energy. Limiting entire macronutrients can be a bad idea if you have a disordered eating history. So please consult a professional before making any dietary changes if that is you. Protein is what will help you build muscle, and fat is what will help you maintain good hormonal health. Fat is also a source of energy because your body can use ketones from fat for energy. If you have insulin resistance, it just means that you've been relying too much on carbs for energy, and it's time to let ketones take over for a little while. If you have PCOS, fatty liver, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, eating a diet that is low in carbohydrates and higher in fat and protein is a good idea. If you have been told that you can still eat sugar and carbs in moderation, then there is some truth to that because in general, keeping carbohydrates under 30 grams per meal is a good idea for insulin control. The best diet for you is the one that you feel ready for. We have a saying in personal training, and it's best workout is the one the client will show up for. Diet is the same. The best diet is the one that aligns with your goals that you will do. And keto is pretty extreme for some people, but because it's so effective, I'm going to talk about it more, and you can decide your own level of readiness after. So what exactly does a healthy low-carb diet look like? Thank you so much for asking. I'll pop the macronutrient breakdown of each plate on there because we love a good visual. You'll see that I've taken every fad diet and broken it down into 3 effective options for insulin control. To calculate macronutrients, pause the screen on this visual. In the same way that you would budget money, you're going to budget calories and macros. To make it easy at first, you can also just track calories and protein. I also added activity level at the bottom because if you're watching this video, you probably already are active or are aware to some degree of the importance of activity in controlling insulin and reversing insulin resistance. Your diet should always complement your lifestyle, and I want to make sure you are set up for success. And beginning a diet that does not complement your current activity levels is not going to be a successful diet. The best diet is the one you will stick to. Once you know your plate and your custom calories and macronutrients, create your grocery list from this visual. I created this list based on the most common nutrient deficiencies present in metabolic syndrome. So let's break this down. Step 1, choose your plate. Step 2, calculate your calories. Step 3, make a grocery list. Once you've done that, let's move on to calorie tracking. A calorie is not a calorie. If you have been told this, then forget it starting now. From now on, your job is to choose the diet that aligns with your lifestyle while feeding the gut and protecting the liver. Calorie tracking will help you lose weight, but if your calories are from refined carbohydrates like fruit juice and bread, you will lose muscle, not fat. And to become more insulin sensitive, you need muscle. In the same way you would budget money, you're going to budget calories, which means you will need a food scale and a calorie tracking app. I recommend Cronometer. Weigh everything raw. The app will have options for raw and cooked. I personally just think it's more accurate raw. Follow the template you chose for macronutrients. Here is what the app looks like. I am not sponsored. I just really like it because it emphasizes nutrients at the top instead of just calories, so you can see which nutrient you are in need of. If you hate tracking and you aren't a visual learner, so the picture of the plates went into your cornea and out the back of your head, just follow this easy meal rule. 225 grams or 8 ounces of meat and 200 grams of veggies at every meal with olive oil, and you're good to go. The exercise part of this diet is based on what you are ready for. Walking is the easiest and most enjoyable form of exercise in my opinion. My general guideline when working with clients is that I never get fancy with anything if the basics aren't being done. For example, if a client comes to me and asks about ashwagandha or oil of oregano for sleep, and they aren't getting 10,000 steps a day, eating a lot of protein and fiber, and managing stress in a healthy way, we will always refocus on those things before adding anything in. I really hope this helps. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell for more videos like this. As always, remember that your symptoms are common but not normal, and it's your responsibility to yourself to experience health and well-being.